Hey, what's going on, guys? Happy Sunday, everybody. Got Aunt Shirley on here and Kylie on here today. I got the women of the Wide Date podcast. Someone said clean cut, bruh. All right, thanks. Right on, man. I did get it lined up. I had to get myself, got to be ready, man. Summertime, man. Not much of a summer, but we are still doing things here virtually. And I'm excited to do this episode. We're kind of winging it a little bit, but that's like usually the power of our podcast. We just kind of say whatever. So this one's going to be about dating. What was it?
Losing yourself
and dating while dating or in dating, right? In the process of dating. So the last episode, I actually just had Red Pill on here. We were talking about single dads. All right. I'm not sure if you guys had experience with dating a single dad. I'm not sure if you guys are open to that. What's your guys' outtake on it? Would you guys do it? Would you guys not? That's kind of what we talked about.
I did go on one date with a single dad. But the reason why I didn't go to another date was because he kept asking me to send him pics, and I wasn't about that. So I'm like, okay, no. But I was open to dating him if he turned out to be cool,
Okay. Now I feel like it's so easier for a guy. I mean, it's hard for the women because of the crazy baby mama. That's usually a big one.
Yeah.
Women are very territorial, if I'm right or wrong. So if you're around their kid, it's like mama bear to a cub, they'll attack you. So I'm not sure.
I would be afraid if the kid doesn't like me, for whatever reason.
Kids will like you. Why wouldn't kids like you, Kylie?
Well, because I'm dating their dad, and what if they want their dad to get back with their mom and they see me?
You're ruining everything.
Yeah. You're not my mom.
You're not my mom. Shut up. I mean, that could be a problem.
Or if it's a thing where the dad doesn't like that I have a relationship with their kid because they think oh, are you trying to replace her mom or whatever because the mom passed away or something? I don't know. I just saw that in a movie, but that's
I was like, wait a minute, hold on. I guess that's true. What's your thoughts on that, Shirley?
I agree. Because when you're dating a single dad, you're not just dating him, you're dating everything that comes with him, including the mom, including the child. And if you're not emotionally ready to do all that, I don't know. To me, I think if you're a single woman and you have a good job, you don't have any kids of your own, dating a single dad shouldn't be in your dating pool. I feel because it's a lot of emotional responsibility that most single women who don't have children, who are just trying to start things off on their own. Yeah. I don't know. I feel that's a lot of baggage. And you don't have to tie yourself down to that. Yeah. But for me, single dads aren't my first choice or second choice. But I would be open to it. But
what if he was everything you were looking for in a guy? He had everything, everything you're looking for, and the child was the only factor.
How old is the kid? Because I don't know if I can mess with anyone under 5.
Okay, it's 4 or 5. I guess 5. Yeah. If they're just it just had a bad falling out. It's just what I mean. And the baby mom is just out of the life, out of the picture. You don't really have to deal with that. You know what I mean?
And I'm still myself. I don't have any children.
Buzzword is also independent, so just make sure you don't say the buzzword today.
Good one. Yeah. Make sure you don't say the buzzword. Noted. Okay. Even if he had everything, I don't know. It would still bother me a little bit. I feel because what if we break up, right? Mm-hmm. I'm not just breaking up with him. Yeah. I'm breaking up with his child too. And that could be traumatic as well for the child and I who've built a relationship. And I don't know if I really want to
if I stuck with them forever.
Exactly. I just want to move on, right? Yeah. I don't want to be going through old pictures of us at the park and shit. No,
Disneyland.
Yeah, or if you see that kid grow up and you're like, oh my god,
I know.
you know?
Yeah, exactly. And so that's like my only thing. Like, even if he has everything I'm looking for, it's still that like emotional attachment that like would make me really nervous.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I agree.
Okay. I already said my thoughts on the last episode about single moms. So I mean, that's already out there. I guess you'd call me selfish, but like I just like the priority thing is a big issue for me.
Mm-hmm.
Their child's always going to be their first priority. I may be their second, but baby daddy might be second for sure. And then like on my third, so I'm like, all right. So there's all this stuff happening. I don't know. For me, it's hard for me to jump into that. So that'd be a factor. It won't even be the kid or anything like that. It's just that's a factor for me, especially being a single guy, not having kids. So, all right. Well, that was pretty much about dad stuff, but we did talk about single parenting and dating. We'll probably revisit that topic again.
I liked how last episode you guys talked about how as you get older in age, it's really hard not to find someone.
So hard. I'm thinking there's something wrong with them at this point. I'm like, all right, so you're what? How old?
Yeah.
Yeah. I started analyzing, and I think our standards as we get older, our standards get we add more stuff to it, expectations. I'm like, all right, okay, she's got this, kid. All right, she's missing this, but she doesn't have a kid. It gets kind of interesting.
So would you rather, if a woman had everything that you wanted and she had a kid, would you?
Well,
Nope,
okay,
flat
shouldn't
out.
even finish.
Nope.
Oh my goodness.
I was actually like saddened by that when someone was like, man, she's got everything perfect. We're like, oh, sick. And then when she said that, I was like, I really was heartbroken. I was hurt. I was like, oh man, it's a big one. Might
Okay,
overlook
what if it was a situation where she did have a child, but she put it up for adoption, but she had a child before?
Yeah.
But she doesn't have the kid anymore because she put it up for adoption. But
Is he still seeing the child? Is that like a
I mean,
close
like
case?
maybe she still has, she could see the kid,
Yeah, I mean, as long as
but the kid's not in her life.
Yeah.
I
mean, it goes back to priority. Does she like really see them as a priority first? I mean, that's where it comes down to. If she doesn't see it as a priority, then yeah, it's fine, whatever.
Okay, I have one last question.
Uh-oh.
So the issue with you is you want to be a priority, right?
If I'm putting her as a priority, yeah.
Okay, but like what if she has like, let's say she doesn't have a kid. Let's say she has like a business that's her main priority.
Yeah, that's fine.
Wait, so the business is fine.
Yeah, that's fine.
But the kid is not.
Kid's not. The kid's not.
He doesn't want to compete with another human. Basically.
Yeah, I don't want to compete with another human, Job A, you know what? Business, fine. You know what I mean? Like, because someone said that to me. My friend says that's bull crap because you're going to find another reason to go on.
I think you're just like that. That was my whole point.
Yeah, you're just being a Virgo.
Exactly.
I mean, I don't know, man. When it's a human being, it's just like, maybe part of me just doesn't. Yeah, the kids, I don't know. I don't fare well with children. That's just a big one. I was like, oh man. But that's true. What if she had like a career like a athlete and that was her focus? Like, I mean, that's understandable. I'm like, all right, do you? You had this before we even dated, so it's all good. You know what I mean? Like,
That's so funny.
some people out there who I have talked to and they had a kid, they didn't give me a chance to date, but when they had the kid, their standard went down now because now they're mom.
What?
I felt like they were like, oh, so what's good? I'm like, don't you got a kid? You know what I mean? So.
Oh no! Well, it's like what Markel said. Like for women, it's not equal. The value of a woman goes down just because she has a kid.
It does, though.
It's
a sad truth. It does.
A hindrance for dudes.
It's sadly true. But yeah, well, that's it. I mean, yeah. She said, oh. Gigi just said, oh, poor kids. Wow, poor kids. Sorry. I'm not cold-hearted, guys, okay? If it was my child, it'd be different.
It would be different.
Yeah, it's just not my kid. Like, you know what I mean? So, all right. So going on to this episode today. All right, buzzword is independent, okay? Or independence, same thing, right? But we're gonna talk about this. Do you guys feel that women who have kids seem like they always have a man? Maybe, yeah, maybe it's true. I never seen it.
Women who have kids always seem like they have a man.
Yeah.
Was that what the comment was?
Yeah. Maybe. I don't know.
I don't know.
I feel like they're like their standards get lower now. I mean, like they're just like, you know, they used to be like high standard. Now they're just like, all right, let me humble myself.
They're actively like looking for a man because they need a father figure for their child if the father isn't present in the child's life. Maybe.
I've also seen women who like just love being single moms because they get to have like the main control over the parenting and don't have to worry about another person and the kids like theirs, and then they get to like hoe out and do whatever they want. Like so
like their son is like their little man.
Yeah, exactly.
The world is my son.
Exactly. Thing. And that's so gross. Like, in my opinion, to use your son as your like your man and shit. Who hurt you?
So I guess someone compliment. I don't know who she gave the compliment to, but Yesenia said, "Oh, always come on, you look so pretty." Women complimenting women.
Yeah, I told you we were fan favorites. Hating earlier.
Whatever. Where's the fellas at, man? All right. Well, so yeah, I'll put you back. I'll put you on one of these days. Someone just said, "Yeah, can I join too?" Yeah, you could. Okay. So, do you guys feel that you give up something when you're in a relationship? You guys feel like you've given up a piece of you or part of you, or you're giving up something? Have you ever?
Yeah, for sure. I think it's really hard for me to feel comfortable. Like I really mourn being single.
You guys are all technically single, right? So
yeah.
Okay, all right. Just wanted to put that out there.
Yeah, it's hard to maintain your boundaries, your autonomy, like who you are as a person when you enter a relationship, because it's like there's this expectation to like give more of yourself versus like just do whatever you want. And you can't do whatever you want when you're in a relationship. You just really can't. It's no longer about you.
I learned that too.
I hate that. Like
wild out. You can't go out there like, all right, yeah, I'll call you whenever. You can't. I remember
like,
that.
Yeah, like you're responsible for another person's feelings. You're responsible for like the way you manage your money. Like the way you operate your whole entire world is completely different when you enter a relationship. And I think that's why a lot of people can be resistant to it, because they want to maintain their autonomy and like who they are. For me personally, like I've lost myself in relationships before, and I think that's why when I enter my next relationship, like there's gonna be lots of boundaries, because I don't want to lose who I am. It takes a lot. Like it takes a lot to know who you are, and then like to sacrifice that for someone else. Like, it's draining. I feel like I'm talking too much.
No, I mean,
you're good.
I mean, like to be fair, like, do you guys feel like that is a sacrificing, or you guys feel like you have to do that? Like it's a requirement to. Because when you say sacrifice, you mean like, all right, I gotta give up everything I'm doing thus far. This is it.
I do feel like it, because like for me, I'm kind of like a workaholic, and I enjoy working. But if I have like a serious partner, I would feel really guilty like choosing myself all the time over him. I don't know. Unless he's supportive about it, but even then, I'd feel like I'm not putting in the energy and effort, and I'd have to sacrifice some of my time to like be in the relationship, I guess. Awkward, but I don't know. But then it's a trade-off, right? So like when you do enter those relationships and you guys are like doing couple like things, I really feel like that's also a benefit. like having a partner, having a friend, having someone to like talk about your shitty day with. Like there's a trade-off. But I do think there are trade-offs. Like I do think it's like either or.
Yeah.
What do you guys think? What do you guys think?
Yeah, I agree with you.
I'm not sure if anyone else agrees on that one. I you know, if they want some comments. Just saying, you know, there might be someone might not agree, but I mean, like I said, I was just watching that episode on Blind Date. The dude like just drilled this girl, and she felt like she didn't really sacrifice anything. She's like, no, I mean, like I learned a lot about myself. I learned about things about, you know what I mean? There's so much I took for granted that I found things that I learned from about me in a relationship. And some people do that prior, but you do find a little piece of you from there.
Yeah, that's true.
I wouldn't say, I mean, certain relationships are pretty bad where it's like, you know, you need to pay attention to me. Like there's some people who are like, I don't know how these couples work out. There's one couple that doesn't do anything, and there's one that does a lot. They're together, and the person requires so much time, and the person can't give it because they're so busy.
Yeah,
that's happened before, and I don't know how that syncs together, but like now they're like, okay, let me backtrack and do this. I think it requires someone to understand that.
Yeah.
If we go to even love languages, people see quality time as important, and maybe their love language didn't. I know I usually don't use this term. I usually don't talk about love languages, but that could be an issue. That could be something that someone should understand and communicate that with.
Yeah.
Well, I think if you really love someone, then you'd always find a way to make time for them, no matter what.
Yeah.
You
know? Yeah. I mean, that's true. But yeah, I mean, it's yeah, you know, I don't know, man. I agree. I definitely agree with that. That it does require you giving up something because, like I said, I'm single as fuck. So like, I feel like, man, I gotta put in this much time in. All right, okay, I gotta do this. Okay, so I understand. Oh, what's up? Leland's on.
Hey, what's up, girl?
She needs to get on here one of these days.
You need to get on here.
We gotta put people on here.
Yeah. Have you ever experienced like a partner being frustrated that you were too independent? Ooh!
Oh, you said it already.
You did say it. I let you slide for the first time because I didn't say anything.
That was
All right.
That was the buzz.
Hot seat. The evil back. Yeah, you need to come back on, Leland. Stop being weird. She said the evil bitch is back.
What?
I'll
never forget Markel and her meeting.
Man, they were at it. So hot seat questions. Okay, you said it. What were we gonna say? You eat ass? I'm just kidding.
No.
I always ask that one.
Next question.
That's always the question. You know that. You know you're gonna get that question.
Always with the ask questions.
All right, I'll ask a real question. Kylie, you're good at asking questions. I actually don't have any.
Okay.
Let's see.
I don't eat ass.
What can I ask you?
Damn it. No one's gonna ever admit it. No one's ever gonna admit it.
Okay, what's your ultimate sex fantasy?
Okay. My ultimate sex fantasy would be having two guys at the same time. One dick is like really long and thick and curvy, and then the other one just like really short and thick. Like, I've thought about this. That is my fantasy.
It's very graphic.
Yeah, I mean,
and like both at the same time.
At the same time, yes.
Like finger cuffs, like a.
Ew, no.
Finger cuff, like one hole in the other hole.
I'm thinking more of like someone like. Do I have to describe this?
You're in a hot seat.
Damn. All right. Like
you're in the hot seat, so you know.
I mean, what I would prefer is like someone, you know, stimulating me, and then like me, preferably the short, thick one, because I like girth. And like me going down on the curvy one or like having them both at the same time. I just love the idea of being stimulated in all types of ways all at once. And it's just like the ultimate like goddess fantasy to have like two men like working to pleasure you, I guess.
I mean, it could be guys too. I mean, we want two women to do that to us too.
I mean, you get it. So then you get it. But
yeah,
that's my fantasy.
It's crazy because like, how do you even initiate this to even happen?
Okay, so I have a story. One time I had gone to a place by myself just to like go on a date. Like I do that. I take myself out for dates. And I was sitting at this table eating my dinner, and these two guys approached me. And they were like, "Can we sit here with you?" And I said, "Sure, like that's totally fine." Like, it was super friendly. And we're talking, and they're buying me drinks, and apparently they've been friends for like 12 years. And they were telling me they were like in town for like just the night, just like dropping all these little hints.
Oh.
Try to like say how like, oh, like we got a hotel like just a block from here, and we're not going to be here, and we're leaving tomorrow, and they're trying to get me like drunk, right? And they're telling me like they're really good, like they have like a really strong relationship. They like have been best friends for like 12 years. Mm-hmm. And then like, I'm not gonna lie, like the idea like crossed my mind. I was like, I could probably initiate this myself.
Yeah.
And they could like be on board. I could tell, right? But I didn't. We just like had conversation, and they ended up asking me if I wanted to hang out with them later that night because it was in Santa Cruz, and they were like, "Yeah, we're gonna go to the beach and kick it there. You're more than welcome to come with us." And I'm like, you know what, that sounds fun, but I'm gonna head home. But I knew I could have done it. And I realized
look back at that and regret it. Like you could have made your fantasy come true.
No. No, I don't think I regret it. But I will say this. It has taught me that like it's really easy for women to get what they want like out in the world.
Comments are hella funny.
Really? What are they saying?
Gibb says they try to ride the Aunt Shirley train.
Woo woo.
Someone says, "Sis, you should have."
Damn. No, I mean,
girl, do you want to choo-choo? Dang.
Okay. Here's what I'm gonna say. I feel like if like men can be respectful and not shame you about it, like go for it. As a woman, would I do it? I don't know. I'm just saying it's a fantasy.
Oh well, I mean, everyone said you got the women out here like that's hot.
No way.
Leland said it's hot though. It sell for me. She said do it for all of us.
Yeah.
Man, you know, shoot, this is getting kind of freaky up in here.
On a Sunday.
Yeah, my boy was like, Caleb, he's like, freak.
Okay, I'm not gonna. Here's the thing. Everybody has their own kind of fantasies.
Yeah.
And it's because like we all have certain needs and desires that we feel like we can't just do because we have all these like social stigmas that prevent us from being able to do certain things. And I guarantee like everyone who commented also has like a very freak fantasy too.
Oh yeah.
They're just not ready to say it out loud on a podcast.
Yeah,
we all pretty loud about it.
I wonder what Dante is.
Oh yeah, Dante, what's yours?
Huh?
We changed
am I in the hot seat now?
Wow. All right. That's fine.
That me? I didn't even know I was in a hot seat today.
Right. You're right.
I didn't say the word, but
dang. Okay.
I mean, I don't know. I don't really have a.
That's a lie. You're Virgo. Y'all are like closet freaks.
I mean, yeah, I do, but like, it gets more interesting the farther I get involved, and you know, it's kind of. All right. Well.
Changes the subject.
one of them does require like 2 women. I get that. That's like a fantasy of mine. Like Leland said, I want them to fight over me. That'd be good too.
Yeah.
Them to fight over me. Someone I know, I'm not gonna say name. Someone actually beat me in that fantasy, and it already happened to them, and I'm a little a little upset about it. But it happened to him. I'm happy for him.
What happened for us?
He did it, and I was like, oh, it's possible. It could happen. But yeah, that's it. Technically, you did at the beginning. Yeah, you asked her, you got to answer. You guys have any other questions for Aunt Shirley? Anyone? No? No one? No one else? It's not about me anymore. My fantasy.
It's all about you.
Man, jeez. How did I get in this thing? I didn't even say the buzzword. All right. Well, I may open up. I may turn the episode into like an X-rated episode one of these days. I'm just gonna talk about like sex again. So, sexual fantasy. The late night show,
Freak hour. Demon time.
The freak hour. So, all right. So you guys think the part of you does a lot. We all agree on that. Because like I said, I'm winging this right now. No one's really disagreed that that's true. Someone asked, "What's yours? What's your fantasy, Kylie?"
Oh, I don't even know if I want to say this here. Like, maybe on the post episode, I'll say it.
Yeah.
Men's fantasies are kind of boring. Well, my fantasy isn't boring, but I have many fantasies.
Oh, I want to know both of y'all's. Just say it.
Oh man.
Tell us.
Man, I don't know.
Kim says, "Say it."
If anyone listens to this in the future, they're gonna be like, "Damn, I don't know if I ever want to date Kylie."
What? No.
No.
Who's the ugliest celebrity you would bang? Someone asked a question. Who's the ugliest celebrity you would bang, Aunt Shirley? That's a question. Does a guy having a kid turn you off?
Dave Chappelle. Dave Chappelle, probably.
Hey, does someone ask, does a guy having a kid turn you off?
Kind of. But okay, here's the thing. Guys with kids who are single have the best toxic dick. You will be dickmatized. Yeah, there's a reason why he has, especially the more children he has. The more children he has and the less involved he is in their lives, grade A dick. Super toxic. Best sex of your life. Don't ask me how I know. Just
sounds like you have an experience.
That out there.
So,
but as a relationship, probably not. I would want to have my own children and my own family. And the emotional attachment to someone else's kid would be too much.
Kim laughed.
She laughed.
That's a dick. Leland said Dave isn't ugly though.
Dave Chappelle is ugly.
If you swallow cum, you will die from poisoning.
He's just
She said, if you swallow cum, you will die from poisoning.
Ew.
What? It's getting kind of weird. I mean, it's good. I like it. I like it. But going back to you, Kylie, we still want to know about your. They don't want to hear mine. They want to hear yours.
Okay, so after I say mine, then you have to say yours, Dante. Deal?
Yeah, that's how it works. Yeah. That's
not about me. No one cares about what my fantasy is.
We all care. I care very much.
I might sound toxic if I think this way. So
no!
I should just.
No, this is a free zone.
I want the community to come after me. You're toxic.
Okay, hopefully this doesn't bite me in the ass later in the future if anyone listens to this. But I'm just gonna say 2 words. Cream pie gangbang.
Oh!
So it's when different guys take turns coming inside you.
Oh yeah! Oh shit!
Holy shit. What? whoa. The fact that she knew cream pie, what that meant. Jesus Christ.
Okay,
That's dark.
oh my god.
Well, you wanted to know that was it.
Yeah, I feel
Hold it
it.
back a little.
I
I
understand.
didn't want to say it.
I'm just kidding. We're not judging. That was actually pretty interesting. It made the best sperm win. Dang. Please, whoa. What the fuck?
Oh God.
No, no shaming here.
I mean, I'll just say like a PG version, okay? Not PG, but just.
No,
I
you
mean,
have to say it like how I said it. Come on.
Yeah.
I mean, like, okay. You know, okay, you guys seen Coming to America, right?
Yeah.
You know when like they clean this dude inside a bathtub? Like a whole bunch of women were like cleaning the prince's like fucking penis, like the royal penis is clean, your highness. Like that shit right there is like, yo, this man had like hella women doing shit for him. Freaking, she barked, she turned into a dog right in front of him. Like she's just like,
Oh my God.
right? Like having that kind of power is like, yeah, man, hell yeah. And he went to go to Brooklyn to go talk. You know what I mean, I don't get why we're all with America to find, but it's
You
cool.
want a girl to act like a dog for you?
No. Just, I mean,
Just do whatever you
no,
say.
it's just that
Yeah.
shit that comes to my mind. Like, damn, that'd be dope. Someone like, what? Right? And do it in the tub and say, nah. See, that's what I'm saying. That's why y'all judging me.
No, not at all. Not at all. There's no
I
judgment.
get it. This is why.
He wants to be treated like a king.
I'm craving and it's what? I'm craving and it's it now. Oh, I was reading with the comments, but clients don't look at my comments right now. Okay, yeah, no, that's it.
That was fun.
I mean, it can get even more. My imagination tends to go wild sometimes, so it may change. I'm just telling you guys one of them.
Okay. Damn.
Only telling you guys one of them. It gets pretty intense.
Yeah. You're a bird. So.
A lot of imagination runs in this mind. It's just, whew, yeah. It's hot in here.
Hot.
But all right. Hui said cream pie. That's diabetic. Stupid. Look it up, man. You know what cream pie is. Shut up. Everyone knows.
Right.
All right. So let's see how many questions people. Someone asked a question earlier. Shit. I can't see. Someone asked a comment about what we're talking about.
How do you prevent losing yourself in a relationship?
Oh yeah, that's a good one. That's a good one. How do you prevent it?
Yeah.
That's a good one. I mean, you have to just kind of psych your mind and thinking that you're not losing something, or you're gaining something. I think it's something that you go in your mind thinking like you can't go and think, oh, I'm already going to lose something already. Let's go and do this already. Let's get this over with. Right? What am I going to lose? And you kind of find out. I think it requires understanding that you aren't going to lose yourself in it. I mean, depending what kind of relationship you're in, but I mean, of course, you're giving them time and energy and money. That's hand in hand. But a piece of you, I don't know. It's kind of hard. Because how I see it is if you're giving a piece of yourself, that means the person is not content on who you are. Right? The fact that you have to give yourself and give up something to be with this person, that's already not the kind of situation you want to be in. Right?
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. So I don't know. That's what I see. And I'm learning that now. Like I was kind of like, all right, rip this bandit off right now. I already going to lose something already, but I'm understanding that that's something that you kind of have to tell yourself, if that helps. I don't know if that makes sense.
Yeah, I also think it's about holding on to what you love and never forgetting about it, and also important that your partner sets those boundaries too. Like for instance, like I have this dance class this night, I can't hang out with you or something because that's important to me. This is my hobby,
Yeah.
So it's about him understanding or her understanding that this is what you love and that you want to hold on to it and it's important to you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Those are really good answers. Cool.
If you want to go to a strip club and that's daily thing that you do, like, I'm just kidding.
Is that your hobby?
I've been doing this before. This should be okay, right?
But what if that thing like actually like impacts your partner? Like, let's say your partner doesn't want you looking at porn for whatever reason. I feel like if you start
Never
sacrificing
hang out.
things, they'll start asking you to stop, like, you know, give
Have you
up.
had to? Have you had to give up something, sacrifice something?
Kind of, yeah. Kind of. Not porn. But I had to be like very how do I say this? Okay. Like things had to be like on a schedule all the time and I hate that shit. Like I like doing whatever I want. Stuff like that.
Yeah. Yeah, I get that. That freedom is definitely hard to, if you're so used to being single, doing things on your own, it's hard. Kylie, have you ever gave up something for a relationship?
Yeah. I feel like in my more like serious relationships, I gave up my identity. My identity became the perfect girl for this man.
Yeah.
What can I do to be perfect for him? I'll like whatever he likes. I'll be like super supportive. I'll like, to the point where it's like suffocating,
Yeah.
And that's because like I was afraid like, oh, if I wasn't what he likes, then he would leave me. I had like terrible abandonment issues, and I'm still like working through, so.
Those are the hard ones, man. If you really like somebody, you try to find something that they're gonna like, but it's not you. Yeah, I've done that before.
Mm-hmm. Or you have this image of what you think he likes, and you try to be that image, and that image isn't like who you are.
This is who I am.
Yeah, and you do it because you don't want to lose that attachment or relationship.
Yeah.
And like that's why I love what you said earlier about like maintaining your boundaries and doing the things that you love to protect from that.
Yeah.
Yeah. What are the comments saying?
Well, Leland pretty much said, I'm going to strip club even when I get married. I'm going to watch gang porn right in front of him to establish dominance. I'm going to find out his fantasies and do the opposite of them. You are interesting. I love it. I love it. I like that, man. So dominance. This is what I do. If you do this, this is what happens to me when I
look him in the eyes while you're watching porn, trying to assert dominance.
Kylie is coming out tonight with the honesty game in multiple ways. That's what Kim said.
Thanks, Kim.
I know. Kylie came a long way. I'm proud of you. She's opened up a little bit more. The first episode I remember when I did with her, she was, standoffish, but now she's just.
I know I wasn't used to, being so open with everybody about my life because I'm a really private person.
I know. Look at that. Or you just Aunt Shirley probably rubbed off on you because Aunt Shirley doesn't care. She goes.
Okay.
She's like, whatever.
She rubbed off in a good way.
Yeah. Thanks.
Oh, I like this. Part of my emotional side comes out when I'm with the women on here. So a part of my side, I drink wine.
Oh, you're drinking wine, not beer.
Instead of beer with I'm doing that.
Who is he? Who is this Dante?
Wine. Red wine. Not a beer. Oh man, I love it. It's awesome. I guess for me, I don't think I really had a relationship long enough to give up something. But I can understand, like, now doing this podcast, you got it. You know what I mean? What I'm understanding now, what I used to do, and I used to catch myself for it. I tried to portray who they want me to be, what they liked, and I did that a lot. And I was never even about that. You know what I mean? Like, it was like, okay, all right, I got to be real with myself and be honest with myself. May have lost a lot of people being honest with myself, but it's who I am. If they accept me for who that is, then that's good. But I don't know.
Yeah, I've done that too.
Yeah.
Like when I was dating this guy and he liked really thick women, like ridiculously, like bow, 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 bow. And
What kind of thickness we talking? What example?
I'm,
Like Megan Thee
ooh.
Stallion or like
No, not Megan the Stallion.
what's
I'm
her
talking
name?
like,
What's that singer?
not Lizzo,
Oh,
but like,
Lizzo. Yeah. Okay.
but like somewhere around there where like women were just, because he had a feeder fantasy. Do you know what that is?
Oh yeah.
So it's like
I dabbled in it.
a
Dabbled in
feeder,
different things.
a feeder fantasy. Well, his feeder
Being a girl. Yeah.
like dating big women or like feeding them and like
Oh,
like
crazy.
being able to be the one to like give them food. Like he got off on that.
Yeah.
And at the time I was very athletically built. I was not thick at all. And I just remember him just like constantly feeding me and me changing who I was in order to fit his fantasy. I also low-key feel like he wanted me to get fat so no one would like date me.
I've seen that before. That
That's crazy because I've been in a relationship like that too, and I didn't realize that maybe he was a year too until you mentioned it. Because sometimes like he wouldn't even eat with me; he just watched me eat.
Yeah,
Weird. And he like cook for me and watch me eat.
exactly.
And I did get fat from it too.
there was a post.
Exactly.
Yeah.
There was a guy who China who like doubled the size of his girlfriend, so no one will date him. And at the end, finally, he feeds her. He like wakes up like at midnight.
Oh my god!
Like, and he's not single. He's definitely married to her, but like he's this girl was like super thin, and then like she's just fucking. I don't even know what happened. Like her eyesight went out. She started wearing glasses. I'm like, wait, hold on, your eyesight got fucked up too doing this. Like, well, she looked completely different. And I'm like, yo, like, and the reason why he did it is because he was jealous. He didn't want anyone else talking to her.
Exactly.
Like, how do you wake a girl up? Hey, you hungry? Like, here you go. And she was okay with it. She knew, and she was okay with it. I'm like, yo, because she was in love, and she was,
Yeah, but that's like messed up, man. Like, I don't want anyone else to have you, so let me make you fat. Like,
no, that is
man. Hey, there's some people out there that like him thick. So I mean, you ain't really. You know, she it ain't the worst thing, but in China, I guess it's pretty bad. Women are scarce in China now. Yeah, that's true. Leland, she knows. But that's crazy, man. I've heard of that shit. I saw it on a show. I think it was people did that shit. I just it's weird. Such an insecurity, man. Huge insecurity. But yeah, don't do that. All right. Slap it out of their hand next time. Shut up. Okay. What other question we got here? I know we're actually pretty good on time, actually.
The women's episode, I'm telling you.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
we're better at time management.
Is that what it is?
Yes.
Is that what it is? Because I'm running the time here. I'm watching shit. But you guys aren't talking as much as the guys, that's for sure. I mean, they go in.
Yeah, they do get on their rambles.
They go on their rambles, and I'm like, all right. But yeah, my apologies, guys. We're really just having this kind of conversation. It's if you guys disagree on that, but like, let's talk about in general. Like, if you get married, if you're looking to get married for someone, and we could say you're giving up a lot when you're getting married, that's on a whole nother level. But do you think that there's a chance that they can get that all back after they can reclaim all the stuff that they lost? Has that happened for anybody? Even during the relationship, they're like, you know what? This is what I've done for you. Do you supportive? I'm not sure if that's happened, but I mean, if they notice that that's
tough. It sounds hard because once you're conditioned to doing one thing, it's like hard to like just switch it up and like, oh, I remember these are all my hobbies. Let me start doing them again.
You really have to rebuild yourself.
Yeah.
Do you think people should rebuild them, know themselves before they get in a relationship, or should they go into a relationship thinking that's going to rebuild them?
That's hard because like I think the smart thing to do is to be whole within yourself. So when you do enter a relationship, like no one can take from you and you're not dependent on that person to fulfill you. Yeah. But then at the same time, like I also think a lot of people aren't doing that work and trying to be whole. Like they're just trying to like find that next person that makes them happy.
Yeah.
And I don't think like just because you're insecure, or just because you have self-esteem issues, or just because you may not know who you are yet, that doesn't mean you're not deserving of like love or like a healthy relationship either.
Yeah.
And you might actually enter a relationship and that becomes like your identity, and maybe that's not a bad thing. Like there are some women who like are really happy that they're wives and mothers, and like that's their calling. And who am I to say like, oh, like your whole life is your family, like you suck? Like no, like that's where you find like your self-esteem in serving your family. Then that's just as valid as a woman who like has strong boundaries and a strong identity and doesn't want to lose it, in my we're all deserving of healthy relationships. I think I always advocate for women to just really know who they are, simply because if things don't work out, you don't want to feel like you lost yourself in the process. I want you to walk away from relationships with just like hurt feelings and like that be it. Yeah.
So what do you guys think you guys will give up if you're in a relationship? What do you guys, I mean, I know it's so far in advance or whatever case, but what do you think you guys would think you would had to sacrifice for this person? Like that you already know that you're preparing for that could be an issue.
I hope I wouldn't have to give up anything, you know?
Yeah.
You know, that's kind of hard to think about.
Yeah. You guys talk about sacrifice and stuff. So, I mean, like, in general, like, what do you guys think you might have to sacrifice if you're with somebody?
I think it depends on who I'm with, but I think it might be time, spending time with my male friends, you know?
Oh, yeah.
It might make him feel uncomfortable if I hang out a lot with my guy friends.
Yeah.
Like, he's friends with them, too. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah,
so less guy time, huh?
Yeah, like less guy friends time.
So we would know once that happens. Once you ghost all of us, we'll know.
You'll know Dante, like, oh, I haven't heard from Kyle in a while. He probably has a boyfriend.
That's happened so many times, man. Like, so many of my friends are girls. Like, I won't hear from them. They just leave me on red. Like, what happened? Oh, I had a boyfriend. I'm like, oh, okay, that makes sense. All right, I get it.
No, but you would know if I have a boyfriend, of course, because you're my friend.
Yeah. Then we'll just be less time with the friends. That's all I have to prepare for. All right. It's all about me.
Oh, did I make you sad now?
Yeah, now I gotta prepare for that. It's sacrifice. Having this conversation, now I know. Like, all right. She said, always have 3 men in rotation.
Yes, ma'am.
Always have 2 potential next husbands. Damn.
Yes.
So Kim said, I more so had to allow for more in my life versus giving up stuff and having less. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. What did Kim have to sacrifice? I want to know. When she currently feel like she's sacrificing. That's a good answer. Never give up opposite sex friends. Okay. You shouldn't, but it happens. People are, they have their issues. I get it. It's fine.
Well, like, not give them up, but you just spend less time with them, I guess.
Yeah.
And I hate that about relationships, right? Like, I think we should be able to have like a strong, healthy relationship with our partner, and it shouldn't jeopardize our friendships, because our friendships are just as important to who we are. So it fucking sucks that like we get so possessive in that way. Like, this is my person. Yeah, I feel that.
Yeah. Well, I understand with all my friends who are in relationships, that we don't hang out as much anymore because they're with their significant other.
Yeah.
But I think it just like comes with it, but like I understand.
Yeah.
We all have to understand that.
You like unknowingly like choose like them over like your friend.
It's happened.
Yeah.
A lot of people like, oh, I can't hang out with them.
I'm like the only single one out of like all my really close friends.
Damn.
They're all in like long-term relationships.
Damn. They are.
Yeah, it's like to the point where they have to like ask like for permission from, or not really permission, but like let them know like, oh, like, can I hang out with like this my friend this
honestly, I feel like that only really matters if like you guys are married. Like honestly, at this point, like, and you're trying to, you know what I mean? Even if that's even the case, like I know I have to ask my brothers every time I take them out, the wife first. I ask the wife first. It's like, is it cool? All right, it's his birthday. Okay, yeah, you know what I mean? Just to be respectful, because I know, like, it's, you know, we're going out to the club.
So you know that your person has like some sort of control over you, where you
Yeah.
can't make decisions like that on your own. You have to ask them first.
I mean, it's communication. I think I wouldn't see it as control. Like if you had that kind of communication with your partner, like, hey, I'm going out with friends. If you're just done on your own, like you just, hey, I wouldn't, you know, it just, I don't know.
Or
I
I
would,
mean, like when you're making plans for the weekend, for instance, like say, let's just say that you want to go out with your friends over the weekend, but then you have to check with your partner first, like to make sure, like, oh, we're not doing anything together that weekend. You know,
Mhm.
you have to like check with them first before you make those plans.
Mhm.
yeah. I mean, I haven't been in a relationship, so I wouldn't know. I wouldn't know. Hopefully it doesn't have to happen. I'm getting stressed out just thinking about that, man. Like, I gotta check in every time. Damn. All right.
Well, checking it does help though. It makes me feel better. Like,
Yeah, I mean, you have to, you know, it's just communication. It's not about you, like you said. It's two partners and two people. It's just maybe that could be my thing, is just giving up that freedom, sacrifice. I know that's a big thing of me. That's a big part of me. It's like freedom, yeah, hell yeah. I mean, shit, I don't have to ask nobody, right?
well,
So,
it's really simple. Just checking in with your partner. Just say, hey, I just got off work, or hey, I'm heading to the
what
gym.
if they're going through a situation like, well, I don't want you to go because I have other things going on. Like, oh shit, all right, well, I guess I can't go.
Ew.
Say that, say it like that to begin
What do
with.
they say? You know, that's happened. They're like, you always want to go out with your friends. Don't spend time. All right. Tell your friends, sorry guys, I gotta, you know. I hate would have to do that, man. I would hate to have to deal with that, but you know, it
Well,
happens.
I would hope my partner's like chill enough to hang out with me and my friends. You know, like
You have to, if that's the case, then cool.
that.
But you know, that's never the case for a lot of people. You know, so I don't know. Props to that. That works. So I got some friends who do have girlfriends, and I'm cool with the girlfriends, and you know, it's mutual. It's dope. So it's possible. Well, yeah. But I try to make sure I don't do it too much. So I don't, you know, press on them too much and hang out all the time. So I make them have their time, you know. So still understanding.
If
Yeah.
you were in a relationship, what would you feel like you were sacrificing?
Oh, I just told you. Freedom.
Oh, okay. That's it.
That's I think that's a big thing of me. It's just like, all right, okay. I can't I'm gonna figure out how to do this. It's communication, and that's a big one too. Like I feel like I'm like it's all over the place. So if they allow me to have that freedom, cool. If not, they might not. So yeah. I don't know if that makes sense, but yeah.
That makes sense.
Okay, all right. Oh no, that's Kim already said already. I thought someone else commented on something. I tell him to get a life. I'm the star. You got to come on. Come on the post episode.
Yeah, come on.
But all right, well, I mean, that was a pretty good episode, guys. I mean, I don't want to take too much of the time, but I thought it was pretty good, pretty fruitful. I think we learned some things.
Yeah, we did.
We talked about each other's freaky side and you know all other shit. Got a little intense here. Even if it fits a long distance relationship. I don't know what that means. Gabe asked a question.
What's the question?
Even if it fits a long distance relationship? Question mark. I don't know what he's asking about. Hopefully he tells me. But yeah, I mean, other than that, I don't really have much to say. We got like 5 minutes left, so we're good on time. So I'm not sure if you ladies want to add more. What you want to say? Get off your chest.
Going off the long distance relationship thing, my most recent relationship was a long distance one, and it was the first relationship where I ever felt where I never felt anxious or anything, because he was always messaging me, always like texting me, and like we had calls like scheduled all the time, you know, so I always felt seen by him.
Mm-hmm.
Even though he was across the country, you know, he lived in Canada. Toronto. So I feel like for long distance relationships, it could only work if you guys are constantly communicating with each other.
Yeah.
You know, and like setting like dates to when you're going to see each other.
Oh, he said, "Are you losing freedom?"
And to be honest, like I think that is the advantage you have over like close distance relationships. I think people take advantage of that a lot, and so being able to like constantly communicate and then like let your partner know what's going on, like that's an advantage. I think, in my opinion,
that's an advantage for people who have freedom. Who want freedom, like you're
I mean,
in this relationship. You're like, oh yeah, I can go out.
Well, yeah, right. Like you're in a committed relationship, but then you're free to do what you need to do.
Yeah.
But then, like,
you gotta communicate. Communication. You gotta keep in contact. He said, "Are you losing freedom?" Okay, so he was talking about losing freedom in a long distance relationship. You aren't. I don't think you're losing freedom when you're a long distance. I don't think so. I've never been in one, but like I could see that being like that because you're not really, it's. You can tell them, I'm going to a bar. Can I go? Like, what can I say? I can't tell you no. I'm not here, right? What can I tell you? Like, you don't even need to tell them that. You're like, I'll text me.
But then like there are little things where like let's say you have a date night and you don't show up to that date night. That's a bigger deal than if like that person lived like 5 minutes away from you.
Yeah, that is a bigger deal. Yeah. Kim says, "I'm going to Nations later to pick up some pies now. Thanks, Kylie." Talk about cream. What kind of cream? What kind of pie?
Those weren't the kind of cream pies I was talking about, though.
Oh shit!
Dang, he said my first relationship was me here and my girlfriend in Poland. Damn, I don't know about long distance. That's hard, man. I don't
it
know.
is hard.
That's hard to do. But the freedom, you got that. you know.
It works if you're very, very fine on your own, being on your own.
Oh, you almost said the buzzword there, huh? You almost said buzzword, huh?
Yeah, and maybe if your love language isn't physical touch.
Yeah.
Too.
Yeah. Physical touch is good. He said banana cream pie. Stupid. I don't know if you guys have anything else to say. We're gonna move on to the post episode. Probably give it about like 20 minutes of that, and then we'll just we'll invite some people on. I think some people want to come on.
Yay!
And then if you guys want to come on, send me a message or something. But like I said, I appreciate you guys coming on, listening in to the live. I love the comments. We may talk about that, fetish fantasies, the post episode. We'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Okay.
Nah, fam, for real. Cream pie bomb as fuck. Stupid. Yeah.
Damn. Who said that?
My friend Jonas.
Oh.
Yeah, no, I appreciate you guys coming on. It's good. It's good to do it from the Why Date Women. So,
Yeah.
Tune into next time, guys. Next episode. Not sure when I'm gonna do it, if it's a Wednesday or Sunday. We'll see. I might throw a surprise on this week, so stay tuned. All right, guys. So next time. All right, I'm gonna end this right here, and then we'll see you guys next time in the next episode.
Bye.
Hello, friends. This is Dante from the Why Date Podcast. Thank you for tuning in onto our episode. And just wanted to give you guys some updates. I know I usually do this at the end of my episodes. I'm doing a little update. So we do still have a Patreon website. I've been putting exclusive content on there. I haven't put any dating coaches or advice or anything like that yet. I'm still working on that. But if you still want to donate to the Patreon, it's still on there on the Why Date Podcast website. But for right now, all I'm doing right now is Venmo. I'll put the link onto this episode on the YouTube episode. Hope you guys, like I said, like the episode. But I'm putting everything on there. Currently, I am still working on advice, dating coach. I want to have a community where we're having someone giving advice, having some experts on there that's helping people through dating. So I know we typically talk about a lot of funny stuff on our episodes, but I also want to provide some kind of service to everyone who's listening. So get their money's worth for something. It's $5. I'm definitely not going to raise the price because I haven't done much with my Patreon. But I still have a Vimeo on there. It's going to be on there. But I will put the link down here. You can kind of see it. And just so you guys know, I appreciate you guys joining in and tuning into our episode thus far, listening to all our stuff. But yeah, that is it for you guys. I will post more things on my Patreon. Like I said, I'll still put the exclusive content, the post episode on there, the audio form. I can't really put the video on there. For some strange reason, Patreon won't let me do it. It's too big of a file. But that's what I want to have on there, guys. And that is it. That's all I have to say. But please subscribe too, as well, on the YouTube channel if you guys haven't done so already. But that is it, guys. Thank you guys for tuning in and enjoy the rest of your day.